starting a new business, imagine that 1 crore of amount of capital where you need to start a business, new company, okay? And that 1 crore, okay, where that is utilized for land and building. First one is land and building. Yes, you need to buy a land, building, you have to construct, fine. Another part is plant and machinery. Yes, after purchasing land, next you have to buy the equipments, plant and machinery, okay? Next to that, furnitures and fixtures. All the other different equipments, what you need to do the process inside the company. Fine. So these are all the different components where you need to start a business with the help of this 1 crore. Fine. So now our question is, this setup is over. This 1 crore, using this 1 crore, you did all these process. Fine. Next. If later, if any customer is approaching you, okay, and he is placing you an order, okay, since you are in a factory or running a business, he is approaching you and he is just placing you an order, okay. In that case, our biggest task is how will you execute that? That 1 crore is over, okay. Now, how will you execute this order? Okay. So in this scenario, no resources. Yes, we are not having any resources. Resources in the sense labors. We are not having labors. Okay. Another kind of resources like electricity, water. These are all resources, right? Okay. Next is no cash. Additional cash we are not having. But we have to place this order. How is this possible? And that is the case. Additionally, we need, apart from this 1 crore, additionally we need some 10 to 15 lakhs. Just an assumption. We need as a working capital to do all these processes so that we can buy resources. We can arrange some cash. So using that, we can easily utilize the production process. All these things will be over. We can easily place the order to the customer. Okay. So process will be like this. This is raw material. Okay. Starting from raw material, so initial process, and this raw material will be converted into finished